know in the hotline bling, that could only mean one thing.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're back.
I mean, this is Girls to Women. You know what to do. Like and subscribe, girlies. This
Yes,
is our
girl.
new segment called every time
Boujee Girl Hotline.
Right. You call us, we answer,
but it's
an
bougie.
SOS. Yeah, no, we'll give it to you straight, sis, okay?
Yeah, there's no lies here. You can be as raw, we'll be unfiltered, whatever. Unhinged, we don't care. Even if you tell us you've done something crazy, just be anonymous. That's fine. But we love that you are giving your names as well. But you can do anonymous questions. If you want to join in, you basically just join the Q&As on Instagram, follow us down below, or you can just DM us.
Yeah, just comment your questions.
Yeah, or even comment on these videos.
Yeah, even if you like want to get advice for your girlfriends that are going through some stuff, pop their situations below. Obviously, keep it anonymous, but like we'll give you our hot take on what we think is going on.
Right.
Well, we have some juicy ones. Cass was going through them before, and I was like, ooh.
Yes, we have a lot.
Girls, get the popcorn. Get the popcorn and the vino. Okay.
Ooh. All right, let's go. Okay, this one's from Jade. Is it a red flag if my boyfriend still likes his ex's Instagram pics?
Absolutely.
That is a huge red flag.
What other color could it be?
I'm sorry, what are we even talking about here?
Why?
I'm sorry, but if your man is out there on Instagram liking any girl who he doesn't know his pics, I find that strange.
Yeah, but like why is he in any contact with his ex? It's ex for a reason. It's not current.
Exactly.
There's no reason.
Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to have bad blood, but like it's not necessary. If it makes you uncomfortable, don't do it.
I don't even think that's crazy to say that.
No, it's not. It's not crazy. I don't have any contact with any of my exes, and to be completely respectful to my husband, my future husband,
would I ever? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I think boundaries are good.
Absolutely,
that's not even a boundary. That is a no-brainer.
That's common sense.
If you can't even stop talking to or like commenting on your ex's stuff, you're not ready to be in another relationship.
Your boyfriend doesn't have common sense.
No,
dump him
in the bin. A la poubelle. That's all we have to say on that one. I'm sorry, but that is like it's not even red, it's like a black flag. Like, what are you doing?
It's a pirate ship with a skull and crossbones on there being like, this is poison, jump ship. Okay.
My goodness. Jade, sort it up. This is from Ashley. Do women secretly compete with each other more than we admit?
Yes.
I would say yes.
Yeah. Even when you've worked, like, because Brooke and I talk about this quite a lot as well. Even when you've worked on yourself so much, there is still that little tiny bitchy girl somewhere in the back of your head being like, oh, fuck, she's doing so much better than me. Like, what?
Yeah.
But like the difference is, do you shut it down or do you let it fester?
This is such an important thing because I think if you're aware of how you can be, right? If you're self-aware and you've already done the work internally, you know that like things are going to happen.
Yeah.
It's how you react to them.
Exactly.
And it's the same way in a relationship. If like, you know that you're going to do something or something's going to trigger you, how do you react in that moment?
That's growth.
That can change the trajectory to like so much stuff.
That's
like,
literally it.
Same thing. I mean, like, look, we're all women who are successful. It's going to happen, right? And we're all like beautiful. So of course, you know, it's hard not to be like, oh, she's got this and she's got that.
Exactly.
But it's how do you react to that?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that can change everything.
Legitimately, I remember, like, to bring in a personal story, when me and Brooke were all staying at this villa, and this stupid idiot that's now in the bin said an inappropriate comment out loud to you in front of me, in front of Brooke.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the fuck? And Brooke was like, don't ever, like you two are two beautiful girls. Like, something like this is obviously going to happen.
Yeah.
Never.
Would we ever?
Never let it but of course, there's something in my head being like, oh my God, does he want her? Like, what's happening?
That's
normal.
normal.
Yeah, but like then me reacting that way, no, not going to happen.
No way.
Not going to happen.
No way.
So yeah, there's going to be parts of you that always react like that, but you need to be in charge of shutting it down. You can't control other people, so make sure you surround yourself with other people that are on the same wavelength of that internal growth.
Yeah.
That's what I would say on that.
But with that, you need to be strong as well, because obviously, like, the more successful friends you have, the more beautiful friends you have, these problems are going to continuously happen. Like,
absolutely.
You know, I would be the same. If I bring a guy around you, I'm like, oh, is he going to be looking at her? Like, but then I need to be like, okay, why are you asking yourself this?
Yeah.
And is this like healthy?
Yeah.
And shut it down.
Yeah. And you know, like,
it.
Cash would never do that. And Cass would never do that.
Exactly, right?
But like having those thoughts.
Yeah.
But you can be definitely in environments, especially Australia, right, when there's not much going on. Everyone's watching trash TV shows. They're watching the news. They're gossiping like no tomorrow. They're tearing other people down.
Australia's the worst.
Gossip is contagious, though.
I would get into so many little like toxic conversations in Australia, and I thought it was normal.
Yeah.
Until I surrounded myself with people like who
Better
just want to see
conversations.
everyone
Yeah.
strive,
Yeah.
right? And any kind of like things that we get in our head about like maybe little insecurities, it's never because we want to tear anyone down. It's just an own reflection on like how
Your
we view
insecurity, yeah.
ourselves. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's just an insecurity.
Absolutely.
Whereas with some friendships in Australia, it was very much like toxic.
Yeah,
And
no.
it's
not giving, babe.
Yeah, no. So
So
I would say yes. You know, women do. It's just how we are as women.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but that's just like ingrained in us.
yeah, but like shut it down.
Yeah, you know. And how can you not be like that when the way of the world and society compares people all the time, and everyone's just wants to freaking look the best?
Yeah.
It's always going to happen.
Exactly.
So just the way you handle it. This one's from Nadine. Soft or hustle life? Which one should we choose as women?
Well, which one do you want to choose though? That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Because you can watch us all day long, you can watch other people all day long, but it doesn't mean that it's actually going to suit your values or what you need. Like you need to be in alignment.
Yeah.
Right? There is a hustle energy that you can have in soft life as well, because you can be in receiving mode and still make a shit ton of money. So passive income streams is what I would be saying if you want soft girl era.
This is it, right? So it's like if you don't mind going out and doing the work and being in your masculine and being like that's what you want for your life, great.
Hustle,
that's
baby.
like
Yeah, that's
hustle.
it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And enjoy it. Make that active income.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
it won't be forever though. Women can't last.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
And like I think that you need to like work within your cycle. Like
Yeah.
I know even just in sales, half the month I'm on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like closing at like 90%. And then half the month I'm like, I'm like, Tasha,
I think I'm shit.
because I'm a woman and
Yeah,
we
exactly.
go like this, it's ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
And so I think with passive income, right, it's kind of like 1 month if you only want to make 50K, so what? You want to make 100K? Yeah, great.
Yeah.
You know?
Or if you're just coasting by literally on 5-10K,
great.
fine.
Yeah, that's okay. That's livable.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, in saying that, I would hustle younger
Yes.
in your young life. No kids.
yeah.
Right? No kids. But then set up for soft girl
Yeah, so
life because
passive.
that's what you need.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to have a family.
Yeah.
Especially. You can't be out here raising kids and raising a business.
The two don't go hand in hand.
Nope.
And I'll say the same thing about like if you are in a new relationship as well, it's also quite hard to build.
Yeah.
So I think if you want to do the hustle era and the hustle life and building, it's good to do it alone.
Be single and
Yeah.
child free.
It's
That's
the
what I am right
best
now.
way. Yeah, you
I'm
will
building
grow
passive income streams.
Exponentially doing
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
absolutely.
And surround yourself with the right people.
So that answers that question, Nadine.
Yes. Passive income.
Passive
baby.
princess all the time, right?
Always.
Passive
Passenger
princess.
and passive.
Passive princess to be passenger princess to be
Yes.
Pilates princess.
Yes, all the princesses. Danica said, let's talk about 50-50. Should this still be a thing in this?
Why are we even talking about that? Danica, have you watched any episodes? What are you doing?
No, let's really like dive into this because it's tough because like this is so conditioned now for people to think that that's just normal.
No, it's a tough conversation because we're not meant to have the conversation, babe. Like that's,
I know.
Do you know what I mean? It's not ingrained in women to have to do that. 50-50. So I'm saying, do I have 50% testicles? Does he have 50% womb? No.
No.
No. It does. It's not 50-50.
The way it is these days, though, men are going to be having babies soon, man. I'm telling you. Like, there's
Well,
some
China's
freaky
just
dickies.
released some. You see, the humanoid robot that is capable of bringing a baby to term and then birthing it.
Oh my, nothing.
And the womb is like see-through, so you can see your baby grow. I know.
So we don't even really need him. Well, actually,
Well, no, they're trying to get rid of women.
oh
Yeah.
wait, so the men don't even need us. They'll
That's
just
what
all
I
be
mean.
gay.
No, but see, this is the thing, you can't replace either gender. You can't. Right? There's a reason why we both exist.
Yeah.
But so even though we both exist, it's not meant to be 50-50. Like if the woman wants to be provided for, she is then providing for her family's needs emotionally. So she needs to be provided for financially.
This is where we got very lost in translation as a world, right? Because it was like women fought so hard for equal rights. We didn't mean equal rights in terms of like
Equal pay.
provision. No, we didn't, because we still don't get paid as much as men. But it depends what industry. But also, it's like, okay, yeah, a woman can like want to earn more money in the workforce and be seen to be able to vote
Yeah.
and to be equal to a man in that regard. Doesn't mean that she wants to split 50-50 and like bring you kids, also work full time.
No.
Like women aren't supposed to do that.
No, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too
Would
much.
you ever, could you ask a man to work full-time, provide for his family and raise the kids himself?
Absolutely not.
So why are we asking women to do that?
Exactly. How is that fair? How is
not.
that right? It's not.
It's not. But again, that doesn't mean like 50-50 as in let's split the bill in half. It's 50%. All right, you go as a man, you provide for your family, and I'll take care of the home here. I'll take care of our kids and
Yeah.
emotionally provide.
That's the right
That's
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, because it is.
That's
right?
50-50.
Because if you don't want to do that and you're like, no, we can get a nanny, we'll both work. Fair enough. If you want to do things that way,
Right.
you can. You
But
can
then
be.
that's my argument. Your kids are missing out emotionally from you.
There's always going to be something that.
If you're doing that, someone's losing out, and then it's the children.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just my hot take.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, dual income, and it's like, great, yeah, it is double the income, but at the
No,
same
just get
time,
him
like,
to make more.
exactly.
Sorry, not sorry.
Because if you're taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, if you're emotionally being a provider to him and you're allowing him to do that and you're like not making his life hard, you're not draining him, you're cooking, doing all that stuff, like what women I guess were actually meant to do, then of course he can go out and earn more money and feel good doing that and know that he's got a very nurturing and understanding wife to come home to.
Yeah.
That built his whole family line.
Literally. I'm literally like, I'm smiling because I'm getting to see that point where I am married and I do have kids and I'm trying new homemade recipes like from scratch. I'm inviting you around. We're doing like trad wife. Do you know what I mean?
Cute. I love it.
Like,
we can go get lunch with the babies.
Power.
Yeah.
There is so much power in that.
Yes.
Like you're telling me that that's not powerful when you see a woman out who's glowing, she's got time for her Pilates, she's making homemade pasta for her from scratch.
Yeah, all organic.
Right?
Yeah.
There's so much power in that.
And still got that passive income.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Right? So, this is why, going back to, was Nadine's question before?
Yeah.
Nadine was saying like, we need to hustle first to build the passive to then be soft life to prepare you for mummy life.
Exactly. Yeah, that's literally it.
I would never want to miss out on mummy life.
Never.
I would never want to miss out on that. Even I see some of the moms who like, they got nannies, they're being held out, but they miss out on those crucial moments.
And it's actually crazy these days how many women actually say, I want a nanny because I just want to, I can't not work.
That's so the provider is not
influence. Yeah.
She doesn't have the financial stability to be able to say, you know what, I don't need to do that. Yeah. So I'm well taken care of.
Exactly.
It is such a gift both ways. Men, it's a gift for you to be able to financially provide for your family. And women, it is a gift for you to be there for your children, your future children, to emotionally provide in a relationship. We have different gifts as men and women.
Very.
And we need to praise both of them.
Yeah.
We can't just praise one over the other. That's not right.
Well, I think that's what happens a lot, especially on social media. It's just like these women who probably not all of them can provide in that way. And they're like, I want this, I want that, I want that. And so the men are like, but what are you providing? You know? That's what they say.
My face said everything.
I know, right? It's always that question. It's like, well, what are you giving me?
No, right. We're going to do a whole episode on this because that was too much. Wait, let's choose one last juicy question. One last juicy question. Ladies, honestly, this is the moment. Like and subscribe. Okay, send this to your girls. Drop your questions here in the comments as well. I want to answer them for you.
Oh, I like this one.
Okay,
this is from Olivia. Do you believe in the girlfriend glow up?
That's the gecko of Bali.
Wow. Yeah, the girlfriend glow up.
Like, okay, when I start dating a guy and then he gets more handsome.
Yeah, he glows
absolutely.
up. Yeah. This is real. It's called the girlfriend effect.
It is.
I 100%. I'm sorry, but I don't know why this is always a thing, but like there's the boyfriend effect, which is usually negative.
No, that's the toxic boyfriend effect.
Yeah, and then there's the girlfriend effect where a guy will show him before he was in a relationship and then after, and he just looks like
dresses well, way better,
fade, like amazing, like wow.
Yeah.
And then you see some girls who like are with the wrong guys or with the toxic men, and what it does, and it just drains you, and you look lifeless, and it ages you, and you get puffy from all the stress and the high cortisol.
Yeah, because your nervous system isn't regulated.
It's not, right? And you're always like on high alert, and you're always like worried about what he's doing. You're stressed. You're just like not feeling yourself. Then you break up with them and you just start glowing up.
Well, that's when you know that he was the problem. It wasn't you, right? This is why it's so important. This is what we say in one of the other episodes. You date as a game and you don't take them seriously until they start to prove themselves. Then you can be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to start taking you seriously. You don't sleep with them. Okay?
Sleeping with them ruins everything.
So I'm saying only sleep with them if you don't care
Everything.
about not seeing them
No.
again. Don't worry about it.
That's fine.
But
If you want to do that, yeah.
If you want to see them again, you want to actually see what kind of man they are, because then you really need to pick your partner properly, because they will age you or they will make you younger, richer, happier. Trust.
Exactly. And then you don't want to get to the point where like you're having kids with them
and then you're going to a divorce.
Or like you're just a single mom.
No.
Or then you're like every single partner you're having more kids and more kids. It's like no. Pick well.
Yeah. Pick once.
Be
if
slow.
you can, pick well. Yes.
Slow at the start.
Yeah.
Win the race instead of like just going through everyone. Because if I could, I'd love to give myself this advice before, because I used to just, like I said, just be like, he's so amazing.
Yeah,
like we have the best sex. I want everything. Yeah. It's just like, no, I didn't give it time to actually blossom into anything.
Yeah.
Had I given it the time to actually get to know his values, boundaries, do we align on a lot of things?
Values,
Am I going to get surprised by anything further down the line?
Right.
How does he react to certain things? Like, what does he feel about this topic, this thing? Like, these things are really, especially the older we get.
Yeah.
We
Is
really
he slow to anger.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All that kind
How
of stuff.
judgmental are you? Because like that's one thing, I don't like people that judge. Like, can't say I don't like people, but like I just like that will never align with me.
Absolutely.
So you need to find the things that do align with you and don't align with you.
Yeah.
And you're never going to do that if you're just going to get blinded by lust.
Exactly. So that goes back to her question there, is yes, the girlfriend effect is real. The wife effect is even better. But if you choose the right person, the husband or the boyfriend effect will be just as real as well.
100%.
Yeah. Because you should be glowing with your partner.
You should.
Yeah.
And that's what so many men say to me. Like, and I'm like, when I say to them about behind every successful man is his even greater wife, and they're like, yeah, I have so many men in my life, like CEO friends or founder friends, and they have amazing wives and they thrive.
Yeah.
They're happy.
Yeah.
They're thriving in their business.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing amazing.
Yeah.
They're in a great mood.
Yeah.
And it's made me actually want to get more intentional about finding the right person.
Exactly.
And my dating life.
Yeah, because women are magnifiers.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? We are we're channelers, we're magnifiers. Men thrive. But this is why we both have to choose the right person. You are supposed to get so much better as you age. So much better. So please, that effect is real, but it's supposed to go both ways.
Don't rush.
Yeah.
Don't rush.
We ended it. End it there.
Hopefully it's still recording.
What a day.
I know.
We love you.
Love
we love
you.
you. Bye.
Bye.